The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Today, we'll be doing a full sea trial of what we've always believed makes an excellent transitional yacht for those looking to move up from day boating to a real cruising yacht with a flying bridge. It's the Meridian Yachts 341 Sedan. Let's step aboard and see how it all comes together. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. Upon entering the 341, there's a light switch right next to the sliding doors to the salon to control the courtesy lights at the aft deck and stairs leading to the flying bridge. Our first stop is in the salon, where the main battery switches are located in a lower cabinet next to the couch. Once the main power is brought online, it's time to activate the individual systems. The ship's power panel lies behind a cabinet to the opposite side of the glass entry doors. The ignition keys are at the top of the panel, embedded with the DC circuit breakers, and turning the key simply activates the control station at the helm on the flying bridge. The 120-volt controls are in a sub-panel just below. Beneath the panels are two gauges providing readouts for the water tank and holding tank levels. Next comes the pre-departure checks. The main engines are located under a hatch in the salon. The entire compartment is well soundproofed. Removable access stairs lead directly between the two engines, allowing for easy access to the daily checkpoints. Under the hatch in the aft deck is where the optional generator is located, as well as the main batteries. Meridian offers this 7.3 kilowatt gas generator or a 9 kilowatt diesel generator. The flying bridge is accessed from stairs to the port-hand side of the aft deck. Handrails are everywhere, and I was never out of reach of something to hold on to as I made my way up. Meridian did an outstanding job with the helm layout, creating a functional and attractive workstation. The wooden leather steering wheel is mounted to a tilt base. Just ahead are two optional Raymarine hybrid touch navigation displays to either side of the digital depth gauge. To either side of the panel are 4-in-1 gauges and analog tachometers for each of the two engines. And check this out. Installations and servicing couldn't be easier. Below is a sub-panel housing the VHF radio and the SmartCraft Vessel View display. To starboard is the chrome-plated digital throttle and shift controls with its long sticks that I've really come to appreciate. Slightly behind are the controls for the bow and stern thruster. The close proximity of these controls to the engine controls provided excellent ergonomics when backing into the dock. The helm seat is a wraparound bucket seat with an open lumbar area and a flip-up bolster. It slides, swivels, and the pedestal telescopes to adjust for height. Now let's get underway. One of the first things that impressed me with the 341's handling characteristics was how tightly she turned. We had to find the widest spot we could on the Intracoastal Waterway, which frankly wasn't very wide, but the 341 had no trouble maneuvering in this confined space, even at speed. Clearly, this was thanks to the design team at Meridian engineering good-sized rudders. She presents a 10-degree bow-high attitude upon accelerating, and once on plane, the 341 settles into a 5-degree attitude. She responds so well to the helm that beginners will have no trouble quickly developing a comfort level with the 341's operations. At cruise, the fish pots that popped up were easily avoided, and there's no need for a captain to keep his or her mind well ahead of the boat in order to maintain a longer reaction time. The Meridian Yachts 341 Sedan has a length overall of 35 feet 10 inches, a beam of 12 feet 6 inches, and a draft of 3 feet 4 inches. With an empty weight of 18,254 pounds, 1 quart of fuel, and 2 people on board, we had a test weight of 19,049 pounds. With a pair of 425 horsepower MerCruiser 8.2-liter MPI HO engines powering our test boat and turning 23 by 22.5 4-bladed Nibral props, we reached a top speed at 4,700 RPM of 36.3 miles per hour. At that speed, fuel burn was 71.05 gallons per hour, giving us a range of 115 miles. Best cruise came in at 3,500 RPM and 25.2 miles per hour. That speed reduced the fuel burn to 35.75 gallons per hour, giving the 341 Sedan a range of 158 miles and an endurance of 6 hours and 18 minutes while still maintaining a 10% reserve. We reached planing speed in 4.7 seconds, accelerated to 20 miles per hour in 7.3 seconds, and continued accelerating through 30 miles per hour in 14.7 seconds. When taking power off, she settles back into the water at a level attitude. Looking at some of her remaining operational items, the bow is accessed by rather narrow side decks, but as this isn't exactly a heavily traveled corridor, the width is a fair trade-off to adding space in the salon. Meridian did a fine job of placing grab rails where they needed to be, and the side rails have a height that exceeds ABYC standards. Our test boat was equipped with the optional electric windlass and a remote-controlled spotlight. A 10-inch cleat is mounted next to the anchor for securing the rode. An access hatch to the side is opened up with a much preferred lift and lock type of latch rather than the turn and lock type. Meridian cleverly chose to make this a usable space by providing a pull-out base to hold the washdown hose that connects to the freshwater spigot. Should any tangles occur, remove the hose and lift up the floor of the compartment, allowing free access under the windlass. There's certainly a lot to like with the Meridian 341 sedan. She's not only a well-laid-out yacht, but remarkably easy to handle, offering excellent controllability for even the novice captain. For anyone looking to transition from a smaller boat to a real cruising yacht, I think this is one that deserves serious consideration. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.